What is up, everyone? It's Uncle Jay here from Profit Wolf, and today let's answer the question of how to solve this issue, this concern that you have, of competition in the UK and of this feeling of oversaturation of the market. And let's face it, the UK market is saturated. There are, a lot of FBA sellers in the UK, and pretty much, everyone has this problem. I had it myself when I first started selling on Amazon, where you'd find a product, let's say at Tesco or Argos on sale, or not on sale, just like a product that would be cheaper than Amazon, and then you would list it. But the problem with this is that you've got 20 other sellers listing the same item. And I'm being generous, when I say 20, it's probably more like 30 or 40 sellers sometimes listing the same product. And that's really concerning, because what ends up happening is that, you got penny repricers. So people who start, competing on price, and they lower their prices until basically all margins are gone. And unfortunately, there's so many people like that even if you're patient, you probably are going to wait a lot of time before you can actually sell your product. And even after waiting, there's other people who are like you, smart, who keep their prices high. And then you're competing with these guys, and there's still a lot of these people. So I had this problem, and I pretty much solved it, to a certain extent. And the way I solved it was by physically sending my products to the French warehouse. Okay? So be careful. I'm not talking about using MCI, which is, the multi-country inventory option by Amazon that lets you store products in the UK and enable shipment to France or to Germany once someone buys it. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about storing your products in France. Okay? And again, it's also different from pan-European, because with pan-European, you don't have access. You don't control where your items go. So your items could go to Spain, Italy, Germany. You don't know that. So here I'm talking about you buy your products from Argos and you ship them to the French marketplace. It doesn't cost you much more. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it costs you €1 more per unit. Actually, it's probably less than that. I at some point I had this example where I had about 100 units, and it cost me only €50 to ship them to France. It's 50 cents per unit. It's nothing when the average value of an item was like €30. So it doesn't cost you much more to send to France, and you basically get access to a market that's a lot less saturated. Okay. People in France are not selling on Amazon. Okay, there's a few people, that when I say a few, of course, it's there are people, but compared to the UK, it's so much less. Okay, there's a lot less competition in France. Obviously, you have maybe less buyers, but not that much. Okay, people in France still buy, but in general, we don't have this entrepreneurial, I don't know how to say this word, but you know what I mean, right? We don't, it's not in our culture to start businesses and to start selling. No, we French people don't do that. So that's why the market is, so easy, because there's very few sellers in France. And I'm actually backing this up with experiment and data. So for example, what I did is, back when I first tried this method for the first time, I had my girlfriend who has an account in the UK, and we both bought the same product, identical products. I forgot where it was from. It was a Nerf gun. I forgot where it was from, but it doesn't matter. So same product, and we had identical or pretty similar metrics. We were both just starting out, and she sent the item to the UK warehouse, and I sent it to the French warehouse. because, I just wanted to see if this was going to work. And obviously she had a lot of competition. So the number of sellers in Amazon UK was, a lot of FBA sellers. In France, there were less sellers, so there were still FBA sellers, but less. And most importantly, a lot of the FBA sellers that were in the French marketplace were actually UK sellers that had activated the MCI option, which is the multi-country inventory option, okay? And one thing to know is that Amazon does not only take price into account for the buy box, it also takes location, okay? Location is so important, guys, because when Amazon wants to deliver something in 1 or 2 days, it will take the product that's the closest to the place of delivery, okay? Unless the item is overpriced, of course. But in this case, we're talking about similar prices, location in France, delivery to France. The guy who's got the stock in France is going to get the buy box, guys. And this actually happened. That's what happened. I had my product actually a little bit more expensive than everybody else, even after conversion into euros from pounds. And I sold these items so quickly. I can make another video where I show you which item it was exactly, but it was, a nerve gun. I don't know if it's a zombie or something, but yeah. So for example, maybe we can actually find one item here from Argos. So for example, let's look at this guy here. Ninja Turtle. So okay, here it says you can buy it for €9.49, so €10.67. Okay, so you can buy it for €9.49 and you can sell it for €25.71 in France. Okay, and now let's see in the UK. So I'm gonna just pause this video real quick because I'm gonna change tabs and I don't want you to see my favorite URLs. Okay, so here we go. And this is the same product in the UK marketplace, and it is selling for £17.89. So that's approximately 21 euros, okay? And here in France, it's selling for 25 euros. And again, guys, the reason is for 25 and not for 21, which would be the direct conversion from 17 pounds to euros, is because that's the proof that these guys here are selling for 17 pounds. They activated the MCI option, so they had to raise the prices a little bit to account for the extra fee that Amazon would charge them when they ship this product. So 25 euros, and let's look at the sellers. I'm gonna only look at the prime sellers. By the way, I don't know if this is gonna be a good example. I just want to see if it would. Right, so how many sellers do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so first of all, you've got one more seller in the UK. So here it's not, the difference is not that big, but I've seen a lot of products where, maybe in France you had 2 sellers and in the UK you had like 20 sellers. I've seen this. But most importantly here, what you need to look at is that most likely these guys here, these guys in France here, most likely they're sending their products from the UK. They're, activating this MCI option. So you, by coming here and listing your product and sending it to the French marketplace, you will get the buy box, okay? That's something I do, guys, every week, and it works. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It doesn't sound like a crazy thing because, I'm giving you this advice for free. But guys, this is gold, man. This is crazy. You should do this. If you have this problem of competing with other guys in the UK, try sending your items to France. Now, I know why there's some barriers, right? So for example, you gotta be VAT registered. But this is great. You want this barrier. You want this little obstacle, because this is what makes UK people not want to do that, okay? That and dealing with customer feedback. But guys, you can learn how to translate French requests. So yeah, you want this to be a little bit, just a little bit difficult to start, getting this VAT number in France, because that basically clears out so much competition. And you will sell this product so much quicker than in the UK, although the Keepa is not that great. Okay, so let's compare the Keepa charts. Here you got 1, 2, 3, 4 sales. And here we got a lot more sales, but how many of these sales would actually be yours? Not many, right? Because you got to share this with all these guys. But here, you don't have to share that. You get the buy box. Okay, these guys are from the UK. And actually, I'm sure the Keepa will look a lot better, because now there's going to be someone in France selling this product. So yeah, as I said, the message might not be coming across as gold, but guys, I tell you, this is gold, and it's free advice. So at least try it, try and let me know if you liked it in the comments below. As you probably know, I am just starting out this YouTube channel in the UK. I have a French channel, but I decided to, why not help the UK guys as well, guys and gals. So yeah, help me help you, and subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment. I will also post in the description a link to my software that I use and actually that I developed, if you want to try it. I also invite you to join my Facebook page, to like my Facebook page. And yeah, this is basically, all the info that I give here is basically for free. So you'd be a fool not to take it. So yeah, see you guys, bye.